check if we live. If we say we live, but I'm gonna check and make sure we live. Let's see.
Yeah,
say something.
Say something.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only time. That's the first thing that came to my mind. It's picking up good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You that, then we ain't gonna bother it at all. Yeah. All right, then. Let's do it. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Most High.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakapradash.
We want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. The thing that we're a part of, okay, if we have faith in the Lord and we continue our course, this isn't, you can't lose. There's no carnal attack that this devil could push to where we lose if we hold fast to the instructions that the Lord gave us. Even in death, the elect can't lose. Knowing that should instill a particular confidence in you. Confidence with faith, all right? So we're going to talk about today how death isn't final and how you need to be meditating in the spirit to stay that course regardless of what carnal threats you're threatened with. Okay? You got it.
I got some. 2 Timothy 4, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
You want to be in the spirit to finish your course. Some of us, that may mean, you may be in the guillotine. You might be in the concentration camp. All right? You might die of sickness because you're constantly being poisoned in this society. But there's going to be many of us that never taste of death again. It's going to be taken up in the chariots. But both have to be sold. It's prophecy that we're going to congregate with our fellow laborers upon the return of the Lord. We're taken up.
Yep.
So that has to take place. So there's going to be brothers, that perish on this side seemingly. They're going to seem to die, but they're just sleeping. Okay? You got it.
Let me get that word. Let me get a few words real quick in here. I'm going to get that word finished. That word finished in the Greek is teleo. All right? I'm going to jump down to the scriptural index, and I'm going to read here. It says in John 19:30, the word means it is finished, right? It says Hamashiach. Now this is John 19:30, what it's referencing, right? It says Yahweh Shai satisfied the Most High's justice by dying for all to pay for the sins of the elect. These sins can never be punished again, since that would violate the Most High's justice. Sins can only be punished once, either by a substitute or by yourself. You see, because we're ultimately, when we're on the altar here, this is a sacrifice, man. The scripture says that you got to present your bodies a living sacrifice, man. So we come out here in these elements, we're subject to anything that can happen out here, man. You see, but this is the main show of your faith. It's going out really on the highways and hedges and doing what you see before you, right? And then it says here, it says to bring to a close, to finish, to end. You see, it says passive, past, finished. You see? So, at the end of the day, if you do go out, you finish the course that Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai had set for you. Just as whenever John the Baptist came on the scene, what happened? He said he must increase and I must decrease. And then eventually John the Baptist got beheaded because what? His course was finished. His lot was fulfilled. You see, and it's like that for every brother has a lot that the Lord has set for him. You see, but death isn't, in the time it could be sad, it can hurt. You know what I'm saying? But we understand and know that it's not the end all be all. We understand and know that there's something on the other side.
That's comfort. It's comfort in knowing how life and death works in the scriptures. Okay? That's why, if a loved one or a brother passes, we're able to understand, within the midst of that, okay, they're at rest right now. Yeah, it sucks for us it sucks for us here because we're going to miss that person. But we're happy for that person because they're at rest, man. They're in the spirit. They're in paradise. Like Paul talked, he touched on it. Being in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Now, I want to get Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter.
I got one more verse.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9, verse 8, it says, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day.
Yep. So being that living sacrifice, the end of it is dominion, rulership, and immortality. And being a part of righteousness going forth in the earth. All right? That's what the elect are all about, because that's what the husband is all about. So we're about our husband's business. The same way he's about his father's business, it trickles down, man.
Yep.
Right. You had something you want to say on that one?
Let's look just a little bit more to the verse. It says, and just finishing off the verse, it says, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. And that goes with second Ezra, man. You know, when Yahweh Shai is going to be crowning the men that stood so stiffly for his name, we all fighting for the same crown. We all fighting for the same penny. You know, we all fighting for ultimately that reward, which is immortality. You know, being delivered on this go around, not facing the second death, which is going to be by fire, by thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, but each brother has their course, and when you think about a course, it makes me think about a class. You know, like you may have passed that course, but there's another, but you may have another course after that. You see, so it's just this light, these shells of a body that we have that are spirits in. It's just nothing more than a vessel. You know, that's it.
That's it. Philippians 1:21 in the Amplified version. For me, it's like it says, for to me to live is a Mashiach. He is my source of joy, my reason to live, and to die is gain, for I will be with him in eternity. So you can't lose, man. You know what I'm saying? If you die in this truth, man, it's a win. It's a win-win situation. However you look at it, man. Trusting in the Lord. I got another one real quick. Sirach 32:24 in the GNT. Believing in the law means keeping the Lord's commandments, but this is the point. If you trust the Lord, you cannot lose. You see? So you can't lose trusting in the Lord, man. You know? So like I said, it's a win-win situation, however you look at it, man. You see, the Lord bestowed this knowledge unto us, brought us out of the world, man. We've been enduring to the end. The Lord put us in a winning situation, man. He didn't put us in a position to lose, man. You see, we just have to stay on that path, man. You know? Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, we all endure, man. You said you want the
Wisdom of Solomon 3.
KJV?
You can get GNT or KJV. They both go hard.
This wisdom, I'll start at the top. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
Right.
And there shall no torment touch them.
Right, man. They've been sent here to fulfill a purpose. Jeremiah, he was called, and scriptures tell you that he was called from the womb to fulfill a purpose. Okay? And that purpose, the Lord gonna make sure he gonna line it up. You know how in movies, they got a thing called plot armor. Like the main character, he'll have plot armor to succeed in what he's been set out to do. The Lord moved the pieces around so that the men of the Lord, right, they get to this position in their life and they bring out the word. Now, some of their endings may be seemingly to perish, all right? But that's never something that's final or they didn't succeed at their mission. If they were standing stiffly for the Lord and they feared the Lord through their course, they're still good. That's not the end of the story for them.
Right.
You got it.
Verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem. It says they seem. I just missing on it, bro.
On the KJV, I got it.
They be doing that on some apps, yeah.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 2. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. So that the unwise, they're not seeing spiritually. So they might see, oh man, the Lord died, passed, or something like that, and they'll take it up. Well, I guess the Lord wasn't dealing with them.
Right.
They don't understand the spiritual side of things. They only see with the eyes on their face. And we've been given this grace period to see with the spiritual eye, not just the eyes on our face. Again, prophecy has to happen. There's going to be those that stood stiffly for the Lord, right, who are raised up. That has to happen. Okay? It goes on to say, verse 3, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Okay? So yeah, we might lose a brother and we'll miss him to death, but at the end of the day, we're happy for that brother because he stood stiffly through his whole course, which means he official, he's solidified. You see?
Yep. And he's not suffering, you know, because, you know, Jake be in a position where they suffering, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, sickly, you know, and in real life, and I mean, like in your mind, you like, yo, like, you know, I just want that brother to be at risk.
Yeah.
You know? So really, it's also to a degree mercy, just also with all the hell that's getting ready to come upon this place.
Yeah.
You know? The scripture said, there's a scripture in Psalms that says that precious in the sight of the Lord is the blood of his saints. You know? So that brother had brothers that go through that lot, I'd rather say, on this side, and that die in the faith, man, they got a beautiful reward, man.
Yep.
You know?
Goes on to say, verse 4, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. All right? So immortality is going to be the end of a man that fears Yahweh. And that's just true. Okay? Death isn't something that's final. And that's what you're led to believe here in this society. And it's a tool that Esau, that the wicked uses to pinhole people into doing what they want them to do.
Right.
All right? But when you understand this, you don't have that FOMO. You don't have fear of missing out to where you feel like, oh, I gotta get something out of this world. You don't have that fear when you have the full understanding of how life and death works through the Lord, right?
Yep.
All you're worried about is being on his good side, offending less. Yep. Because you know your reward going to come in a kingdom that's going to be forever. This one is temporary.
Yep, I got one real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 7. It says, but though the righteous be prevented with death, yet shall he be in rest. See? And that makes me think of the scripture in Thessalonians says that that those who are alive are not going to prevent them who are asleep. Meaning that they're not going to go before those who have died in the Lord, man. You see, so even though the righteous can be prevented with death, yet they're at rest. You know, as a matter of fact, you got something?
I got something. What you need?
No, get your story.
This is Sirach 19 and 18. The point is in 19. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. All right? And wisdom obtains his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right? Again, somebody that's walking and standing stiffly for the things of Yahweh, even if they seemingly die, their reward is going to be immortality, man, if they stay the course.
Yep. And that immortality, I know the priest and I brought it out last Friday. That word was never unending fame.
Yeah, imperishable fame.
Imperishable fame. That's what immortality means. It means to have a fame that's never going to end.
Matthew 6, that's the riches where moth and rust cannot corrupt.
Yeah. Yep.
Isaiah chapter 57 and verse 1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart. And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
You see, the righteous are taken away from the evil to come. And hey, man, there's some evil, which evil literally means bad time. There's some bad times that's getting ready to hit this place, man. You see, so hey, the Lord can have it to whereas, hey, that, you know, whoever that brother is, Yahweh Bashim Shah call your spirit back, so you don't got to deal with that. Which is, hey, that's really a blessing. You know, because hey, man, there be times where you could be going through something, man, and you feel like death is just a better option. You see, now you got people who, you may have people who may end their own lives by committing suicide or whatever the case may be. You know, but that's because they have no hope in this world. You see what I'm saying? They had no solution, or they have no answer. You see, through Yahweh Shah, we have the answer. We know the solution. We know the outcome of what's to come of this place, that it's going to be completely dismantled, man. And there's a whole new world that's coming. That's going to be in righteousness, man.
The kingdom that's made for few. This world is for many, but the kingdom will come for few, man. Yeah. For those who is again walking in the fear of the Lord.
Yep. That was it, man. Unless there was any more that you had another precept.
I got another precept.
Okay, yeah, go. Actually, read verse 2. Yeah, read verse 2.
Isaiah 57 and verse 2. He shall enter into peace.
There it is. He shall enter into peace. Go ahead.
They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness.
Yep. Each of them walking in their uprightness, because when you're in that, when you leave this shell of a body and your body goes back to the earth to become decomposed by the elements and things of that nature, your spirit goes before the throne, man. Yeah. Yep. If you want to grab that, your spirit goes back up to the throne before Yahweh Shai. You receive your judgment, but on this go around, you're not going to come back in the reincarnation as a little baby on this go around, man. You see, you're going to receive your judgment, and then at that point, you're in a perfect body, man. You're in a body that doesn't feel no pain. You're in a body that doesn't have any ailments and things of that nature, man. You know, you good at that point. I got you.
It's Ecclesiastes 3. I'm gonna get to the point. Ecclesiastes 3 and 20. all go into one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again.
Yep.
Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth?
Right. So the spirit of the beast goes down. That's why you have animals and they may just come back.
Yeah.
You know,
Respawn
real quick. But the spirit of man goes upward. You know, and that goes for everybody that dies, man. It don't matter if you, it doesn't matter if you was a prophet of Yahweh Shemal Shai serving the Lord, if you was the most wicked nigga on the planet Earth, man. I'll tell you this. What's that nigga's name? Do as thou wilt. What's that guy's name again?
Aleister
Crowley. That nigga went back up before the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, Aleister Crowley did. All these H to the O to the MOs that died due to all kinds of diseases or whatever the case may be. Jeffrey Dahmer, guess what? He went back up before the Most High.
And received the judgment when he came back down. When you go back down, this is going to be your living condition. Yep. Because hell and heaven are living conditions. Now, I'm expounding that real quick. I'm going to read Ecclesiastes 3:15-16.
That's one. Yeah.
It says, can somebody get Ecclesiastes 6 and 10? And all right. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. I want to read Ecclesiastes 3 and 6 and 10 real quick so we can get what that thing that hath been actually is for the listeners that are new. You understand?
I get it. Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. I got it. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 10. It says that which hath been, right? That which hath been is named already.
The thing that hath been, right? Go ahead.
And it is known that it is, and it is known that it is man.
The thing that hath been is a man.
Right.
Okay? So now we'll go back to Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. Your spirit comes back, right? Hath already been. And God requireth that which is past. So the things you've done, you pay for them when you come back here.
Yep.
Because that's, people will be like, if that was a guy, why would he let this baby be born with one eye and no arms and legs? That's the judgment on that child.
Well, if I may,
John 9. Yeah.
Well, in Exodus, did not the scripture say, "Hath not the Lord created the seeing eye and the hearing ear"?
Yep.
That was the Lord that did that. The Lord did that. Oh, it's a beautiful one. John the 9th chapter. I got one real quick though. Real quick. Ecclesiastes, you can break it down. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 7. It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was."
This is a soup for your spirit. It returns to the earth. Go ahead.
"And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave
The
it."
spirit goes back to the Most High, and you sit before that judgment seat, and you receive your judgment, and you come back here to the place under the sun. All right, which is what we're gonna get after we finish this. You got it.
John 9, and then you can start the talk.
Yeah, start the talk. We're gonna get an example because even this thought process that we're giving you is what the scriptures are about, and our forefathers understood this. You're going to tell by the question the disciples asked Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
John chapter 9 and verse 1. "And as Yahweh Shai passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth."
Now this man was blind from his birth. This was the condition on this man from the jump. Okay, keep that in mind. Go ahead.
"And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?"
They asked him, did this man sin? Or did his parents say that this is his living condition upon the earth? Now you got to ask yourself, he was born that way. Now can you commit sin as a fetus? Obviously not. This is talking about a past life. The thing which hath been has been already, right? Go ahead.
I'll read verse 2 again. John chapter 9 and verse 2. "And his disciples asked him."
You can read 3 because I'm going to
Verse 3. "Yahweh Shai answered, Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him."
So that man was specifically made blind so that Yahweh Shai could come along, heal him, people could be edified, so that they could experience something to put them on the right path. There's going to be some brothers who are martyrs that are going to put other brothers in the spirit, put them in a higher level of fear, put them in a more focused mindset. So there's some people, man, they're taken away for a reason. It's not just judgment. The Lord wasn't fucking with that person all the time. Sometimes it's for a purpose. Right. Sometimes it's mercy. It can be any reason. The Lord's ways are higher than our ways, as it says in Isaiah.
Now I was just gonna say, because can you read that last verse, bro?
John chapter 9 and verse 3. Yahushua answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be the works of God should be made manifest in him.
Right. In this instant, you know what I'm saying? Neither that man nor his parents sinned for him to be born that way.
Yeah.
You see, he was born that way just for the Lord to get glorified, man. You see, through him healing that man. You see, just like you have particular brothers or believers out there who, you know, maybe have particular ailments or disabilities, man. You know what I'm saying? Just for the Lord to be glorified, his name to be glorified when those miracles start to happen, man. Right. You see? So don't be in the mindset of you may have a child or you may be disability or thinking you may have done something in the past, which it could be a possibility, or you got to think like you got to speak life, man.
Maybe
you know
he was put that way to be healed.
Exactly. You know, just like this man was, man.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. And there's a brother in the camp that I believe his lot is to be healed. You know what I mean? I want to finish reading that Ecclesiastes 3, 15 and 16, and then we could go from just go in the spirit. All right. Okay, Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. It says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath been already. And God required with that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun, the earth, right? Under the sun, the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So this is where you live out your heaven or your hell, because they're living conditions. You understand? That was it on that, Taj. You got it.
John, this is 2nd Ezra 14, and I'm starting verse 34 to points at 35. It says, therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when ye shall live again. When we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. You see, so after death is the judgment. But it says after death is the judgment, where we will live again. You see what I'm saying? We're all and brothers, like I said, if you die in the faith or whatever the case may be, yeah, you cast off this body, you cast off this shell, but your spirit goes back up to the Most High, then you're going to eventually come back, man. You see, and then what happens? You play out the judgment, man. You see? And that's what our whole mindset is based on, man. Our whole mindset is based on victory.
That's it, winning.
You know?
Yeah.
Because in these bodies, man, our bodies all fucked up, man. All kinds of ailments, diseases. Like I said, man, some days you wake up, man, you wake up thinking that you're going to drop dead sometimes, man.
And the Lord got us looking weak and being weak for the purpose of showing his strength.
Right.
Because when the Lord does these magnificent things for us and through us, people are going to be like, damn, this must be the true power. To take these men that they're seemingly at the bottom and to set them up at this level, to get them through all these situations that are happening upon the earth, the Lord must be with them. Look how great their God is. So through us being weak and having infirmities, the Lord is going to be magnified. All of it's for a reason and a purpose. Okay? That was on that? I want to get Malik. Oh, you had something? Go ahead. We can read it again. Go ahead. Bring it on home. Circle it back.
Wisdom of Solomon 3.
Get in judgment on this.
All right, in verse 2, it says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken as for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction.
Right. So now that we went through all those precepts, you should have a broader understanding of what we're talking about when we read the scripture. You got it?
But they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Their reward for walking towards the Most High in fear, all right, and being that living sacrifice, regardless of what it looks like to a nigga, all right, regardless of what it looks like with the eyes on your face, their reward is going to be immortality and a crown set upon their head.
Yep.
You understand? Now, I want to get Malachi, the 4th chapter. Okay, we're going to go through that because judgment is coming down upon this place. Right. But the elect are going to be constantly going from glory to glory, being healed, being delivered in the midst of it all. You see? There's good news in this thing. This is the good news. There's judgment in it. Yeah, there's going to be heartache. There's going to be testing in it. But at the end of it is much joy. All right, you got it. Whoever got it.
Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
All right, so America, Babylon, and great many other places all over the earth It's going to be burned with fire via ICBM missiles. When you go to Isaiah the 9th chapter, it tells you how this last war, the war of Armageddon, that's detailed in Joel the 3rd chapter, it tells you the fashion in which it's going to be fought. Okay? It even tells you the effect, and I believe it's that Zechariah, their eyes shall melt away in their holes. It tells you the effect that it's going to have on people's bodies, the way this war is going to be fought. And when you put it all together and use the context clues, it could be nothing else but the ICBM missiles. Okay?
Elements melting with fervent heat.
That's it.
You know, these are the things that are getting ready to come upon the planet Earth in their perfection, particularly here in America, though.
And some people gonna be damn happy the missiles coming because they're gonna be like, I'm tired of suffering, because the suffering leading up to that moment is going to be heinous. It's going to be something that you've never seen before. It's going to be something that you can't pick up a textbook and read about. It's going to be something foreign to everybody. It says that in Matthew, the 24th chapter, 21st verse, in Daniel 12:1. There's not going to be a time that you can compare to what's about to happen. So we're walking in fear that we're protected during that time.
Yeah, well, the scripture says, if I may add on to your point again, Revelation the 9th chapter goes into how men shall seek death, but they're not going to be able to find it.
Yep.
You know, so in that time, man, you know, it's going to be people that's going to be looking for a way out. And the only way out in their mind is going to be death. You know, but the Lord going to have particular spirits set up, whereas they ain't going to be able to die.
Yeah.
Until the missiles come.
Talking about and losing.
Yeah.
Just losing and losing and losing. Yep. But the Lord going to have get all the way through to that missile. Then he might keep their spirit in their body while the missiles melt in this place.
Make it feel like years.
Yeah, man. Lord will stretch the days out of your. Go ahead.
I was saying, it said they're going to be tormented before your Howard Shine the Angels.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, they're going to feel every bit of that shit.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, Abaratazar, man, I'm a part of that number, but I'm going to be happy to see all these wicked people being burnt up, man. I want to see the season finale of Babylon. Okay? Go ahead in that Malachi.
Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, where I left off. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Utter destruction. There's not going to be a chance to grow back. When you cut a tree down, if you leave the roots in the ground, it possibly could reflourish again. It could come back. You see, when Esau was taken out of power during that 1,000 years we were ruling in Europe, you know, that they were able to come back. That ain't going to be the case. These people are going to be put down, and that's it. Right?
Hey, the scriptures talk about how, you know, the Lord gonna cut off, you know, a nephew.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Isaiah
all that piss against the wall. Yep.
You know, the Lord gonna do a complete destruction, man. But it's gonna be specifically on the Edomites as well as 2/3 of our people. Anybody in America that's not of the elect is gonna be completely burnt up. You know. But even in various different other parts of the world. You know, so it's gonna be all kinds of mayhem taking place. You're gonna have missiles hitting other places too.
Yeah.
You know, buildings. It's gonna be, man, worldwide chaos, man. But America gonna be the center point.
And this destruction will be televised. You know, when you go, what is it in Revelation, where it talks? Is it Revelation 18? Where it talks about how the nations looked at the smoke of her burning, that great city Babylon. These nations hate Babylon, but at the end of the day, Babylon kept the money in their pockets.
Right.
So, you know, the merchants that benefit off of Babylon, they're going to be looking at this place like, damn, that great city Babylon was destroyed in an hour. You got it.
Malachi chapter 4 and verse 2. But unto you that fear my name.
Wait. Unto those that fear the Lord's name. Who pushes the name heavy out of all the people that wear fringes? Great millstone and people that teach the same doctrine. All right, the Lord is making it clearer and clearer the closer we get to this threshold of who his men are. And it says, unto you that fear my name, what?
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Man.
I want to look up that word healing too.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Ooh. The healing is going to come for those that fear the Lord's name. All right? So again, there's nowhere where somebody who's walking after the Lord and that truly fears him loses in this book. Right. It don't happen. Okay, so you got to understand that, man. Regardless of what we're faced with, if you're fearing the Lord and you're walking towards him in sincerity, you actually can't lose. Right. You know the confidence that should put in you? That should put a different vibration in your walk, man. Right. You see? There's no room for doubt in this thing if you truly fear the Lord. You got it.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
That's it, man.
Pretty much you're gonna receive the blessings, man.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, you know, a calf that grows up in the stall is a calf that's being fed.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? A calf that has all the right food.
Sound
You know,
of
to
mind.
pretty much be made plump. So read that one more time.
And ye,
You want the whole thing? You can read verse 2.
Malachi 4:2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his
And
wings.
that son of righteousness is talking about Yahweh Shai. Now, when you read that word son in the scripture here, in the text, it's S-U-N.
Cured.
You see, like the sun,
Cured of what?
you know?
Ooh.
But Yahweh Shai is also known as the light as well, too. You see, so he's going to come with healing in his wings.
Man.
Go ahead.
I got to get that word too for you.
Okay, no, you got it.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Right, you shall go forth and grow up as calves of the star, pretty much meaning that what? You're going to be blessed.
Man, I got to get this word. When it says healing in his wings, and when you look it up, it's Strong's H4832, and it's MAR18.25. Now it says healing, health, cure.
Sure.
Cured of what? Death.
Right.
Oh, death, where's thy
I was
sting?
about to gas.
Okay.
Grab it first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, death, where's thy sting? Going all the way back, we're going to circle it back till we get immortality. We cannot lose. There's no such thing as death for a man that truly fears the Lord. You understand?
Death really, I mean, like Yahweh Shai, when you read in the scriptures, man, there's plenty of instances where somebody was supposedly quote unquote dead, but Yahweh Shai said, you know, they're sleeping. You know?
Right.
Death is just a process, it's just a period of time. Until it's pretty much passed over. You know, but we're entering into a time where we're no longer going to die. See, we're no longer going to experience death. We're no longer going to experience sin, because sin is the sting of death. The only reason that's why we die is because we sin. You know, but if sin is going to be completely eradicated out of our people, there's not going to be no more death, which is ultimately going to be what? Immortality. You know, you got a point.
Because sin is death, but we're born in iniquity.
Right.
So we're born having sin already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got to be cured.
And that's why we die.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's why Yahweh Shai is known as the first and last Adam. Through Adam, through his seed, just as you are of your father. Like as an example, when it says that Levi paid tithes in Abraham, well, we commit iniquity through Adam. So we're all born. That's why the scriptures talk about how we're born in iniquity. There's no
Escape.
way around it.
Yeah.
You know, so if you think that you can be made perfect by the law, on this go around, when you're born in iniquity,
Through.
you're not looking at the bigger picture, man. You know.
You want that?
You start at verse. We're gonna start. We're gonna jump around. So
What, verse 4?
start at verse 42. Yeah, start at verse 42.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 42.
We'll jump around on this.
So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, but it is raised in incorruption.
So it's sown in corruption, and that sown is what? Like we was just talking about, through the act of sex, your father busting a nut in your mom, you come on the scene, you're already sown in iniquity already. It's sown in corruption, but it's raised in incorruption. You see? Being raised in incorruption is being raised to be perfect. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 43. It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory.
You see, it's sown in dishonor, which is what? These chains of darkness, these bodies that we're in, but it's raised in glory. Right? Go ahead.
It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power.
It is sown in weakness, but it's going to be raised in power. You see, and we're weak in these bodies, man. That's why there's nothing to boast about. There's nothing to be proud about. You see, we're sown in weakness, but we're going to be raised in an innumerable amount of power that the world has never seen. We're going to be, Lord willing, me of that number, man. We're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Not saying we're going to be on the same level as Yahweh Shai, because we're not, but we are going to be joint heirs with him, as is written. Right? Go ahead.
It is sown a natural body.
A natural body, a fleshly body.
It is raised a spiritual body.
It is raised a spiritual body. You see, because when we Lord willing, man, we're going to be extraterrestrials. When anybody hear extraterrestrial, they think of somebody ET, big long finger, big head ass long finger. I go home, all that bullshit, man. You see, extraterrestrial goes back to the word terrain. You see, which terrain means earthly. But we're gonna be, we're gonna be extraterrestrials. We're gonna be upgraded on another level. We're still gonna have eyes. We're still gonna have hair, fingers, you know, bodies, you know. But it's gonna be, the Lord is gonna upgrade us, man. Go ahead.
There is a natural body, and there is a spiritual body.
Go ahead.
And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul.
The first man, Adam, was made a living soul. Going back to Adam in the beginning, was made a living soul. Right? He was blown. The Lord blew into him, or gave him the way, the inspiration, to be pretty much the king of the earth. He was the first high priest of the planet Earth. He was given that way. He was made a living soul. Right?
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit, or a life-giving spirit, which that's Yahweh Shai. Letting you this the Apostle Paul is literally telling you that Adam was Yahweh Shai. He's literally telling you, if you can receive a life-giving spirit. You see? That's why Yahweh Shai said what? He says, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. How is the spirit of life? Because through this word you have victory, man. You win. If you believe, man. You see? We've been blown. The Lord has given unto us life, man, through this knowledge. Go ahead.
Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural.
Right. The first wasn't spiritual, but what was first was this natural body that we're in right now. You see? Like we hear our apostles tell us from their elders, man. High priest and elder Yaquab. It says that what you had to learn wickedness to appreciate righteousness.
That's it.
It's balance. Remember what did the power say? You have to become as gods, knowing what, both good and evil.
Yeah.
You see? So now that we've seen the evil side of it, now we're about to experience the good. Go ahead.
And afterward, that which is spiritual.
And afterward, that which is spiritual. Go ahead.
The first man is of the earth, earthy.
Right.
The second man is the Lord from heaven.
Right. The first man is of the earth, which is earthy, terrestrial. The second man is of heaven. You see? Because what we mentioned earlier, 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. As a matter of fact, if you hold that, do you have something? Could you get 2 Corinthians 5? Did you have something?
No.
Okay. 2 Corinthians 5, you can start at verse 1. We'll read like the first 3 verses.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, for we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved,
which that house is talking about your body, you. Go ahead.
We have a building of the Most High, and house not made with hands.
Right, you have a house not made with hands. Go ahead, so I didn't mean to cut you.
It says, not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
Right, so you have a body in the heavens, man. You have a spiritual body in the heavens. You have this flesh here on the earth. Then what? You die. Your body goes back into the earth. Your spirit goes back up before the Most High who gave it, as we beautifully brought the precepts out. And then you have what? A spiritual body, a spiritual house. It don't look like you right now. You think that you know what I'm saying? You know your receding hairline and your yellow teeth, you gonna have that same, oh man, hey, you know, crooked ass teeth, bloated,
It's gonna be perfect.
stretch marks and all that shit. You ain't gonna have none of that. And man, that don't exist that don't exist in a perfect body, man. Now only thing we could do is just explain it, but even us explaining it doesn't even compare to what it's really going to be. Man.
Don't do it justice.
It doesn't do it justice.
Look, there's a precept that you brought up to me a while back. The Lord is going to outdo anything that we can think of.
Yeah,
what is it? Isaiah 65 or something?
Damn, I forgot, bro.
You know,
I think it's in the NLT though, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a precept that the scriptures go into all the things that we thinking about. The Lord gonna outdo it. Man, we in these carnal bodies. We can't really articulate what the Lord is getting ready to do for us. You got it. If you got it, you got it. You know.
I got it. Yeah, Sirach chapter 43 and 30. I see. It says, "When ye glorify Yahweh Bashimi Al Shai, exalt him as much as he can, for even yet would he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough."
Nah,
keep going on that. Yeah.
Nah, that ain't it, but it's a good one.
That's a good one though too. I think the one you're talking about is
It says, who that seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is.
Okay, what is that?
There are yet hid great things that these, but for we have seen but a few of his works. For Yahweh Shimei Shai.
Is it Isaiah?
Go ahead, read one more time, bro.
It says, there are yet hid great things that these be, for we have seen but a few of his works.
Right. We only seen a few of the Lord's work, man. Like the brother just read, there's greater things that's hidden right now that's going to be unlocked. All right, once we get into those new bodies, you know what I'm saying? There's different parts of the earth that's going that Esau can't get to and Esau can't touch, man. You see, different particular animals. You see, even in the heavens, man. In the heavens of heavens, man. You see the universe, the galaxies, man. These particular, there's greater things that the Most High has personally set aside for His sons, man. You see, and what we gonna do with it, Lord willing, with those man? Well, we gonna push forth the will. All right, of Yahweh Shimei Shai throughout the universe, man. You see,
because some of the stuff has been submerged, you know, underwater, right. certain land. But let me finish that. For Yahweh Shimei Shai made. It's like it.
If I can make one more point, because when the destruction comes, we know that it's gonna shake the earth. It's gonna create new islands. You see the particular parts of jungles that Esau can't get to because they so dense. There's particular flowers, animals, bugs, birds, and everything that Esau haven't even discovered yet, man. All right, but all that's gonna be unlocked. The Lord has it hidden right now, man. You see? So when everything is when the sons of God are set back in place, man, hey, we gonna get to discover that, man. As scripture say, man, the stuff ain't nothing going. Every day is gonna be nothing is gonna be fucking old to us, bro. We can't even fathom that.
Yeah.
Eternity, and nothing gets old.
It's
you know what I'm saying? It's something new every day for eternity, bro.
You see, when Esau depicts immortality, he'll have a show where God's immortal and the guy's like so just depressed and sad, like a fucking vampire. Yeah, right. But that's Esau, man, because immortality ain't for him. Yeah. Immortality is going to be enjoyed by the people that it's created for. This paradise Eden is going to be enjoyed by the people that it's created for.
Right. You think those spirits that was with Yahweh Shai from the beginning not gonna be creating again?
Come on, man.
Oh my God. They're going back into that first lot.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai, they're gonna when you read in Genesis 1, it said they created this, man.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna stop? No, they're gonna meet back up and they're gonna start creating.
It's gonna be elevated. Exactly, and it ain't gonna stop at the borders of earth.
Right.
You see, you got it, Charles. You about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Man, you know, creating the elements, man. You know, like when it says in the beginning, the power said, "Let there be light." Yeah. Like, just imagine, like, how did that transpire and take place? It was the blending of elements, mixing elements that created a glow. Mm-hmm. That's why the Earth has its own aura around it. That's not that light wasn't talking about the sun and the moon. Yeah. There's all kinds of lights out there, man.
I found
galaxies.
Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians 2:9, and the brother GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate Shalom, brother Yahweh. He found it for us. And somebody got a question on the comment board. I'll look at it after I read this. It's 1 Corinthians 2:9. It says, "But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of men, the things which God hath prepared for them that love Him." Bro, we can't even fathom what the reward the Lord is going to give us. So we can tell you about it, but it can't be articulated by a mortal what the Lord is getting ready to do. I'm down for it, man. I'm excited. You know,
he know us, bro.
Yeah,
he made us.
Yeah,
he know
what we desire for real.
Exactly. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
The stuff you want that you don't know that you want.
Bro, like, think about it, man. You play Need for Speed, man. You play Need for Speed Underground, whatever the case may be. Or you customizing the shit out your car. You know what I'm saying? Your car you got this kind of paint. You got your car that got this kind of rims. You want to put this kind of exhaust on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, you creative, man. So if y'all, I mean, all you gotta do is look at the trees, look at how animals move, how a bird flies out of the sky, you know, the planets, everything. Look how things move. Bro, the most Yahweh Shem Shai is the creator of creation. He's the creator of being creative. And he's gonna give us that, access to whereas we're gonna be creative, man.
Yeah, man.
Have a, you know, like you hear Yahshua say it all the time, man. He's like, man, when I have my planet and I'm at purple island, bro, like you're gonna be able to do that. You're gonna be able to create a galaxy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to create a guy, have a plan. Whereas, Lord, when I'm one of those men, I'm gonna make my own planet. I'm gonna put my sons on that planet, and have other brothers. I want other brothers' families to go to that planet. And I'm gonna put slaves on that planet, and have my sons rule over them.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be the overseer of the planet. And if I just want to make an appearance, shit is gonna stop.
Right.
I'm gonna make time just completely stop.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And that I have thoughts like that, man. Like I want to be the overseer of it. Whereas I pull up, whole planet starts shaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, you know.
Pull into the atmosphere.
Up, man. We gotta make sure we get everything ready, prepared.
Right.
You know, camels full of myrrh and gold and all kinds of things. Like a camel, like a lane of camels, which is gifts.
Yeah, but brother, brother's gonna have you're over this galaxy. It's gonna get to the point to where we're gonna be forever. Right. So you pull up into a solar system, they like, hey, because we gonna be as gods unto the other nations. Hey, our God, lowercase g, is pulled up into the solar system.
Right.
You see?
They show you that like on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
They can jump through different portals. They have different sections of the universe.
Yeah.
It's showing you, bro. Like you said, even Yahweh said himself, going into that parable about about the good servant with the talents. Yeah. All right, you been good with this, and I'm gonna make you rule over 5 cities. This person's 10 cities. That could be universe galaxies, bro.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Jake worried about a block.
Yeah, this is one section of the galaxy. Where we at, Dad? You know, your son asking you. Yeah, I mean, you and this brother, your uncle. We're in your uncle's sector right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
boy,
bro, that's gonna be, man.
The seeds are pink here.
Right.
Pink seeds. You know, Sierra Leone, how they got the pink. Yeah, brother's gonna be able to do all this, bro.
Have the sky, whereas the sky, you know, the color of the sky is like, you know, green or whatever. Right. Emerald, you know what I'm saying?
Planet Namek.
Yeah. Right.
Like, great, but that's the thing. Like, that's what the scripture says. You know, how we're gonna have our heart's desire, man.
Yeah, man. We
got beautiful things to look forward to, man. Like that's why it's so worth fighting for, man.
Right.
That's why I can't see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you know, it's the Lord's will at the end of the day. You know, but I just can't see like how somebody could just stop and just,
Well, that's because they got this. The Lord disenchanted them. It wasn't in their lot. It wasn't in their story to finish the course. Yeah. But a man that finished the course, bro, and that feared the Lord all the way through, he gonna be in the spirit that we in. He gonna be excited for these things. You understand? And we understand that death isn't losing, nor is it final. All right. And I really want to key in on that today. You know, because I was down today, bro. You know. But after I thought about it, I meditated. I was like, hold on, I'm tripping. Like I'm gonna be down, okay. But at the end of the day, man, that brother good.
Man, you know, in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? In the flesh, you know the brother, you know, talk to him and actually know him and see, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like you're gonna have memories, you know, but at the same time, like you said, you gotta snap back into a Slim Jim. You gotta snap back into reality. Like, man, I'm gonna see him again.
I'm tripping.
I'm gonna see him again. And when we see him, he's not gonna be in no jacked up, hurt body, man. He's gonna be good. Like, he's good right now.
He damn good.
He better than us.
Yeah, he like, oh man, he wait. I can't wait till these brothers
like,
get to
man,
be in this.
I'm not trying to go back down there.
Yeah.
Like, woo, man, you know that good. You know what I'm saying? Like that power up. You like, man, this is what it feels good.
Well, you know how Neo, when he first figured out he was the one, he flexed in the whole reality. The reality flex with him. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, I'm looking for it, bro. It's going right into it. It's in a different version, bro, but it goes into that. What is it? When we meet, we're gonna be called up to meet the Lord.
First Thessalonians 4.
That gotta happen, man.
First Thessalonians, the 4th chapter. I want to say starting at like verse 7. We shall meet them in the air.
Right. It goes into yeah. Let me see, bro.
I think it's First Thessalonians 4. First and Second Thessalonians 4. Yep. The second 16. Oh, verse 17. Starting at verse 15. The point is verse 17.
There's some part, man. Because it basically said like, out. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, bro. Nah, this ain't it. I mean,
I'm thinking it is. You can pull your precinct.
Psalms chapter
We'll
16.
get a few more because it's about to be 9.
Yeah, it is. It's like 8:45 or something.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
Psalms chapter 16 and verse 11.
You can break it down.
Thou wilt shew me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand, which that's where Yahweh Shai is. That's Yahweh Shai. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Going into what y'all was talking about, how there's not going to be a dull moment in immortality when we're in the state of immortality. The Lord is always going to have something else to discover, something to create, whatever pleasure you have, new things. Because even living in these low lives, we're like, yeah, I want this, or you might want some shoes or something. I want this or a car, but we're not kings right now. Kings desire greater things. So even at that aspect, you know, there's things that we don't know that we actually like. And Yahweh Shem El Shai, he's the power that's from eternity to eternity. All right, he's lived forevermore, and he can do anything. There's nothing too hard for the Lord. So yeah, it's always gonna be new things to discover. All right, even the universe itself is so vast. We're always gonna have new places to go, stuff to do, new wine to taste, new food to eat. All right, new woman to get. It's gonna be always something, you know, to do when we're in the kingdom of heaven. So you can't have that down spirit. You know, you gotta remain looking at the things ahead, because that's what's gonna fuel you. The broad open life of the future is gonna fuel the elect, all right, to go through what they gotta go through to endure, because they looking, hey, just like Yahweh Shai, Hebrews 12 too, because they're looking for what's ahead, the life ahead. There's so much life ahead. How could you stop? But it is the will of Yahweh Shai, of course, you know.
Just like our forefathers, man. It talks about like Abraham and them, they saw the promise far off. You see, but yet and still, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
bro.
Well, it said. I'm sorry, real quick. It said Abraham looked for a city whose foundation was built by the Most High. That's how much faith he had.
Yeah.
So when he was sojourning in a land that he didn't know, which he was in Haran at first. He was in Ur of the Chaldees, and he moved up towards Haran, and then went down to the land of Canaan. He was in the land, but he was looking for a whole different build.
Right.
But that's how far his mind was thinking. Like that's what he was on.
Right.
That goes to show you the level of faith that Abraham. That's why it talks about the faith of Abraham. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, guys. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16 through 18 in the MSG. It says.
Can you call it quoted again?
2 Corinthians 4, 16 through 18 in the MSG. It says, so we're not giving up. How could we? Even though on the outside it often looks like things are falling apart on us. On the inside, where the Most High is making new life, not a day goes by without his unfolding grace. Is the point, going into the point. It says, these hard times are small potatoes compared to the coming good times, the lavish celebration prepared for us.
It says small potatoes.
Small potatoes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got the little small, the little potatoes, but it don't it's like the appetizer, which is like this knowledge, but it doesn't equate to the actual full meal, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, it says, these hard times are small potatoes compared to the coming good times, the lavish celebration prepared for us. There is far more here than meets the eye. The things we see now are here today, gone tomorrow, but the things we can't see will last forever. Wow.
Man,
like I said, man, a lavish celebration is already prepared, man.
Yeah.
When Yahweh Shai comes back after he get through kicking ass, and the leg beamed up.
Yeah.
You think Yahweh Shai ain't coming back with gifts, bro?
Bro.
You think Yahweh Shai got stuff for his man here? Here's your crown. Our crowns are probably gonna have all different. Every brother gonna have different stones.
Yeah.
Like stones we ain't never seen, bro.
Hey.
Yahweh Shai's, bro. He's coming from the heavens, bro. He's coming with gifts. It's gonna be lavish, bro.
Yeah.
Even on the chariot, bro. The Lord gonna have it. It's gonna go down, man. That's gonna outdo any celebration you can ever think of, man.
Greatest celebration of all time.
Yeah. Right. Crown custom to you, a crown that nobody else could even put on, even if they tried.
Right.
You know how they show Thor's hammer. You can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, it's gonna be stuff. Like, and the fact that I said that we read that anything we think of is gonna be above it.
Right.
So
right.
That shit excites you.
You think, you think this is gonna be a table of crowns? A table of 144,000 crowns, man. Here it is. Yahweh Shai could probably just have it to rest. He just materializes it. Right before his head, hit your head, and the crown just shows up.
Yeah.
Right, it's materialized to your liking. Like, you could have it in your mind what you think your crown wanted to be.
Oh.
But then,
right now.
Yeah. He's gonna make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how your design is, how you think you might want it,
Yeah.
how it may look.
So you in the new body is looking like, damn,
Damn, this shit hard.
shining, bro.
Yeah. Oh man.
Shining, bro. Damn, bro.
Woo. Hey man. Hey, this was beautiful through the spirit, man. It was comforting.
Right.
For me at least. Alvarez's eye was comforting for you all. All right, I want to give all praises once more too. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash. Double lines to apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to all the brothers. Of course, a few sisters pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Bro, that was edifying, man.